No.
What objections tell you?
They need more information.
That's at a higher level, a positive side.
That they're serious and they're just trying to
That they're
understand the
listening, right?
process.
They're serious. A real objection, you know, something beyond the we're just waiting. A real objection shows serious interest. It allows you to know, hey, this person wants to transact. They just have to hear the right information. When we are dealing with objections, do we come from a frame of mind of being attacked?
No.
Or do we come from a frame of mind of being informed that they need more information? I love the question, what additional information were you hoping to hear? What did you hear that you didn't like? What did you hear that surprised you? Raise your hand if you've ever heard the question. Got any more questions? Right, we all have. Do you not have a response to that? Hey, Eric, got any more questions?
No.
No. All right, Kevin, got any more questions? No, I'm good. All right, we don't want to sound stupid. Clearly, if you got questions, it means you weren't listening, right? In school, we all remember that. Do you have any questions, Mr. Caldwell? What did you just say? Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was doodling. I was looking outside and counting the crickets. But when we ask questions that people are not programmed to respond to, like,
Tell me your opinion on.
yeah, tell me your thoughts on what we just went over, or tell me your thoughts on the listing strategy. Let me know what additional information you were hoping to hear that you haven't heard yet. You can always start off a conversation too, like, tell me what you know. Let me know more about what you're thinking. You ever dealt with a client or a person in any endeavor that seemed to know more about that endeavor than you did? Most of your clients know more about the house than you do. They know when the seller bought it, how much the seller bought it for, how long it's been on the market, how many price changes it has, its AVM, how many bedrooms, how many bath. They've memorized the square footage. They know everything. And when they ask you questions, they're testing you.
They know what the Zillow is. They know what the Redfin is. They know what the Realtor.com is. They know.
Because before you know about it, they've already researched the shit out of it. Do you need to be the end all be all of knowledge?
Nope.
No. So I like to ask questions like, Kevin, from your research, tell me something that you weren't able to get answers for that I can dig up for you. Right? Hey, what information are you hoping to get that you couldn't get from the pictures? I've had that. Oh, that started some conversations. Oh, do you know how old the AC is? That's a great question. Let me find out. Hey, do you know how much the electric bills are? You know what? That's a fantastic opportunity. Listing agents, hear me. Hear my cry, listing agents, my cry. If you have a house with solar, the buyers want to know how much the electric bills are.
Or if it's leased or owned.
Yeah, that's kind of a given. I would hope, anyways.
I would hope.
I would hope.
I've called several listing agents. Is it leased or owned?
Yes.
Let me get back to you.
Is it leased or owned? Yes. Yes. But here, prepare yourself. A buyer is going to want to have the information. Can we not be prepared before a buyer needs something? Yeah, absolutely. Especially on solar. So I'm out showing houses today. I'm going to go show something like $9 million in inventory today in 6 houses. It's going to be awesome. But these buyers have asked me questions like, how old is the AC? Does the irrigation system work? When was the last time the roof was coated? What's the electric bill? What's the utility cost? I called a listing agent and said, hey, we got a buyer that's looking at your house. Could you get me some information on what the electric bills run? And the listing agent said, at this price point, that shouldn't matter. I said at any price point that an engineer is buying a house, it matters. And she choked on her biscuits, and I was like, thank you for getting me the information. Because she came off with, oh, if they can afford the house, they shouldn't worry about the electricity bill. No, I've got an engineer that wants to inventory every ant on the property, okay? No, they want to know this stuff, so have the information. When you're doing your listing presentation, talk to your sellers. Hey, there might be some information that buyers would want. When you bought your house, what information did you want that wasn't listed? Boom. Get that information out there. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I see that you're looking at some houses online. What information can I get for you that you weren't able to get from the photographs? One of the worst things you can do. Thank you for your inquiry in my listing. What questions do you have? They didn't know they sent an inquiry in. They clicked on something on Facebook and Facebook sent you their information. Anyone get a Facebook lead before? Am I wrong? Thank you for your inquiry.
Realtor.com is even worse, dude.
Oh, they're terrible.
Because the consumer sees a house and it says contact agent. And 11 times out of 10, they think they're contacting the listing agent.
Nope. They're contacting some call center in the middle of Eastern Mumbai that's like, do you want to see the house? They're
Well,
like,
they collect
"Contact
the
to an agent,"
information and then send it to you, and then
Charge
think
you
you're the
40%.
listing agent.
and then charge you 40%.
Luckily, they don't.
Objections are requests for more information. Can you have a transaction with no objections?
Rarely.
Yeah, you can.
You can. What's it gonna take?
You giving all the information up front?
They're
Or no?
mute.
Asking them what they want to know.
Oh,
They
that makes
can't, they
sense.
can't talk.
They're mute. They're deaf. Helen Keller buying a house. Right.
Or they just really know everything and I just want you to process it forward.
Yeah, you're an order taker at that point.
Yeah.
Hey, fill out my order and submit it for me. I like a little bit of a scuffle with my clients. I do. That lets me know that they're engaged, and it gives me a chance to win. I don't know what company this guy was from, but there was a TED Talk or some kind of stage performance where they're talking about the difference between service and experience. When you go somewhere and you sit down at a table, maybe it's a restaurant, maybe it's a nicer restaurant, like we're talking Applebee's, real nice, good top place, maybe a TGI Fridays. And you sit down and eat, the server comes over. What's the first question they ask?
How are you today?
Maybe.
Welcome to Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's. What can I
would
do?
you like to drink?
Yeah, what would you like to drink? Is that a service question or an experience question?
That's a service question.
That's a service question. Okay, so we've been serviced by the waitress. She goes, she comes back. What's her second question?
You just ready to order?
The appetizers?
Is that a service question or an experience question?
Service.
Service.
Right. Now, the food hits the table. They come back by. You've got a mouthful of Chili's chili.
Chili.
And what's the question you get asked?
How's the food?
How's the food?
Everything
Right.
tasting good today.
Boom. Is that a
Anything
service
else I
question?
can get you?
Experience question? At the end of it all, they want you to give money to the company and to the server. Because a tip is kind of expected. Now, we tip for good service, right? You did what I expected of you. Boom. I may or may not come back. Now, think about a restaurant you went to that gave you an experience. Anyone ever gone to a high-end steakhouse where you have to get a reservation?
Yep.
What questions do they ask you before you even set your reservation?
They don't. They say, "Welcome, Mr. Caldwell. We got your table ready."
Are you celebrating anything special?
Right. Before you do your reservation, before you get there.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. Before you get there. Marianne's right. What are you celebrating? Because clearly eating at our establishment must be a celebration.
Not just a normal Tuesday night at Chili's.
Unless you're the people in my neighborhood that eat at Fleming's, which is a high-end steakhouse every day, every day, every
Jeez.
day. It's crazy. I know the owner, and she tells me all kinds of crazy stories. Like she's like, I see this guy every day. They don't eat at home. If you're gonna buy his house, his kitchen's never been used. I'm like, fantastic. But that goes back to service versus experience. And now I know food industry is something we can all relate to because we've all eaten at a restaurant. We've all had that awkward manager interaction where the manager walks by and says, "Hi, I'm the manager. How is everything today?" You're like, I didn't fucking ask to talk to you. I don't care.
Why are you here?
You have done nothing to add value to my experience. What you have done is you injected this awkward moment where now I feel obligated to talk to you with fries in my mouth because you're this suited up gelatinized version of a suit or server. Like there's no experience there. But if they were to walk up and say, "Guys, I'm so sorry to bug you during your meal. It looks like you're really enjoying it. Have you tried the cheesecake?" "No, let me get you a sample." Boom. Experience. So I ate at Fleming's. I'm going off of a previous experience with myself and my friend Grace. She's the principal of Fleming's. I set a dinner there. It's my wife and I. We're celebrating Tuesday. That's what it is. We're literally just celebrating a Tuesday. And I've eaten there before, but Jess and I have never gone together, and Grace has never met Jess. And so I set the reservation. I'm not the type of guy that goes, "I know the owner, give me a table." I don't text Grace and say, "Hey, give me a table." I go through the process. Hey, call him up. I need a table for Tuesday, 7 o'clock for my wife and I. "Oh, what are you celebrating?" "Oh, we're celebrating just the fact that it's a great Tuesday." "Oh, fantastic." Boom. Now, I get there. I show up. Jim's right. "Welcome, Mr. Caldwell. Your table's ready. Follow us." Sit down. As soon as I sit down, they're like, "Oh, Grace lets us know that she's going to bring you some of the potatoes," or I don't know what they're called, the Fleming's potatoes. They're like those scallop potato thing. They're phenomenal. She goes, I want to make sure your wife tries them." All right, as soon as we sit down, like, "Here you go. Here's a $15 appetizer just to try." Never had it before. It's fantastic. It is lights out the best potato appetizer you could ever have. That experience caused me to send more people to get potatoes from Sullivan's or Fleming's. Sorry, from Fleming's. She'd hear me say Sullivan, she'd cut my tongue out. Sullivan's is garbage.
Tell me more.
But in real estate, are we servicing people or are we giving them an experience?
Experience.
Services get you objections. Experiences avoid them because you're anticipating their needs. And how do we anticipate someone's needs in a real estate transaction? You ask. This is not a secretive business where, oh, it's you can't ask. I ask the sun, moon, and stars of people. Call listing agents. "Hey, I need this, this, and this. Can you get it for me? Hey, I need to swing by and do that. Can you meet me there? We got to talk about some stuff." All because my clients want to know this information. I'm going to go get it, hell or high water. Stephanie,
Pretty funny on camera trying to get Audrey's attention. It'd be less disruptive for you just to yell at her.
it would be just
Because everybody's like, "What the hell is she doing?"
what the hell is she doing? Like, are you okay? Is she having one of her fits? I thought she was on medicine for that. But when we have a great client experience, what comes from it?
More clients.
Referrals and repeat business.
Repeat and referral business. So I want you to think about, are we going out looking for problems to solve, or are we waiting for problems to show up? My buddy John Taylor, he owns Skyline Heating and Cooling. So if you guys need a good AC guy, he's the one. Texted him last night, 9:55 at night, or 9:50 at night, sorry. And simple text, "Dude, AC over the main part of the house isn't working. I ran it down to this, and this. I don't have this part here. Tomorrow, can you let me know what you got on the schedule, and we'll work something out." Calls me, "Hey, bro, I'm leaving the office right now. Do you want me to come over right now?" I'm like, dude, it'll be 10:30 by the time you get here. No, go home and spend some time with your family. He goes, I'm out and about, and I may have the truck. I might have the parts with me in the truck. I was like, well, if you have the parts in the truck, let me know. But if not, go home. Spend time with your family. But even the fact that he was just willing to do it, hey, I'll do it on my way home. I'll swing by on my way home and do it. That's service and excellent experience. My wife hates vendors in the house without me being home. She trusts John because John's done so much for us. And I got John through another agent, Amanda, who's done a ton of business with him. John has built the back of his business off repeat and referral stuff. Because it wasn't about just solving problems. It was, hey, next time this happens, you just need to get this part. And this is where you can get it from. And if you need help, I'll throw it in for you. Instead of some of those companies, like there's a lot of companies out there that look at, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be $400 for that information. Well, great. You pay for their experience. I'll get you that. But if you don't feel like someone's giving you an experience that you want or something that's referable, are you going to go back to them? If you feel like just another number to them, a transaction, a paycheck, are you going to go back?
Nope.
Not unless you have to.
Exactly.
No
Not unless you
alternative.
have to. There's a huge opportunity for people to develop repeat and referral business by solving problems and making people feel seen. And objections are one of the best ways to do so. Because objections are your ability to tap into a buyer's desire for information or a seller's need for facts. Also, it helps you weed out people you don't do business with. Because if you get one objection, you solve it. They give you another objection, you solve it. They give you another objection, you solve it. You give another objection, you solve it. That's called chasing a wild goose. As soon as you catch them, they wiggle free and you got to catch them again. And at that point, you're just like, man, is it worth it? Bye.
We had a buyer's consultation Sunday, and Stephanie could tell you in the consultation, I told him, I said, not only is this an opportunity for you guys to interview me, it's an opportunity for me to interview you.
Yeah.
And I said, make sure you're a good fit for us and our business. And I said, congratulations, you made the cut on our end. And they laughed.
I love that because it shows that I'm not here just to collect another client. I'm here to service a client, and I'm not going to be in business with someone who doesn't fit my needs. Blanket statement for everyone. Do we deal with crazy?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Definitely every day.
No, we
Prefer
don't.
not to.
If you want to buy or a seller and you want them to be crazy, then don't call me when shit goes off the rails.
Hey, I deal with crazy when they're not even my clients. They just show up to my open houses, okay?
Well, yeah, you do. But we don't. Like, do you want to drive that guy around in your car, Eric, and show him houses?
Hell no.
Right? We don't deal with crazy. We may have to interact with crazy, but I'm not getting in a relationship with crazy. I married crazy. I'm
I
good.
say Stephanie did.
I got enough crazy in my life. My kind of crazy comes in the shape of a Jessica. Jessica shaped crazy, and I love it. It's my favorite kind. But when it comes to clients, like there's a certain point at which your crazy isn't worth the pay it comes with. There is no level of income that's going to allow me to go, you know what? I can deal with this headache. And usually you can root those out pretty quick because they come up with the most unhinged objections. I don't want my neighbors to see my house because I don't want them to call their friends and tell them it's vacant so that the people come in and rob us. Bro, you live in a gated community. If you're that worried about your neighbors, why did you move here?
So it sounds like your motivation to sell is pretty high.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like we need to make sure that the house is secure and you've got a good showing plan in place. Fantastic. When would you like to get together and talk more about how we can service your needs? Mara?
Dan, may I share a quick question? He's being quiet. Does that mean yes?
I said Mara.
Seller, $1 million house, doesn't really want to paint the whole house, having a painter go, I used our word track. How open are you to at least a paint bid?
Yeah.
At least he was open to that. You have a tactful way or a diplomatic way to say the whole house really should be painted and not piecemeal?
Well, you could piece part this together and it would look terrible, but I think it'd be more cost effective and time efficient to do the whole thing.
Okay.
Ask them to put their buyer hat on. Would you
I
rather have
know.
would you rather purchase the house at a lower price with patched up paint? Or would you rather purchase the house at a higher price and have it fully completed?
Okay. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Which one do you think the buyers are going to respond best to?
Right.
I always tell people, no one wants to come into a house that they have to do work on. Anything you can
I
do
do.
to make it turnkey, ready to go, you're going to be a lot better off.
I told you guys about that, right? The buyers that I'm servicing today, I'm picking them up from the airport here in about an hour. And we looked at $5 million+ houses that have $200,000 to $300,000 worth of work needed.
Jeez.
Yeah, $1.3 million house, or 1.25. I'm rounding up because it sounds cool. $1.25 million house needs $300,000 worth of work. It looks beautiful in the photos. Don't get me wrong. 40 feet beautiful, right? From 40 feet, it looks amazing. You get in there, you're like, wait a second. Did you guys even use blue tape when you painted? Walk in the house, the agent's there to show the house to us. He goes, oh, first thing out of his mouth, the AC systems are original. This house was built in 72, sir. Did they have ACs back then? He's like, it's original. And he's right. They are, in fact, original. This house has not been touched other than being poorly painted since 1972. But it looks gorgeous. Windows are original. Doors are original. ACs are ancient. And so I asked the agent, do the sellers know this house needs that much work? And he just shrugs. My first buyer's like, oh no, this is way too much. We're not going to do it. It's like, what if we put an offer in asking for all this to be done? We can do that? Absolutely. What if they say no? What if they don't? Right? Creative solutions to tough situations is what our job is all about. So Wednesdays are for objections because I want you guys to get excited when people give you an objection because it means they're listening and they're part of the process. You have to get better at asking questions to identify the need for information so that those objections don't become obstacles. Right now, they're just signs saying, hey, hold on a second, I need more info.
That's also helpful too down the road when something does come up. You say, hey, Dan, remember in the buyer's consultation when we talked about X?
Right. You go back to anchoring, right? We talked about this during that, this, and that. I love being able to remind people of conversations. Hey, remember we talked about this? This is the situation I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Exactly. We're going to do this, this, and this. Right? When the house is on fire, here's the exit plan. Follow the map. You are here. Was Audrey done playing video games now? Got to get ready for school?
Feeding the dog. Nope, school's not till Thursday.
Oh, that's right. You guys are still out. My kids are in week 2.
Yeah.
So. The next question we all want to know is what's she playing a video game?
Fortnite, of course.
Fortnite? Come on. You're better than that.
I like Fortnite.
I've never played it. I've played it once and I'm not very good. It's weird for me. Like when you know how to use a real gun, Fortnite seems really awkward. Eric, I'm waiting for your commentary on that one.
I was gonna say something. I decided to hold back.
It's recorded, Dan.
I say things just to bait Eric and Trey into saying something back.
I was going to too. I took myself off mute to say something, and I'm like, you know what? No, it's better I don't.
I was on the other end, Dan. I used to love some Fortnite. And I
Yeah.
love my real guns.
I like to make fun because Sky is the best at Fortnite in my house, and he likes to talk trash. Also, okay, cool. I'm buying some paintball guns, and we're gonna see what happens in real life. And Jess, no, you're not. You will not shoot our children. Damn it. All right, guys. Thank you for being a part of my morning, part of my tribe, part of my excellence. Go do something to make someone else's day even better. I don't know, like sell them a house.